Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel at www.youtube.com/49 County News TV.
Hello, my name is Bo. I'm the manager here at Splash in the Flash, Frank's Automotive, and Frank's Quality Housing LLC.
Since 2009, Frank's Automotive, Splash in a Flash, and Frank's Quality Housing LLC has provided local professional services for our community. Services such as auto detailing, mechanic work, 1995 oil change, 24/7 towing and roadside assistance, pressure washing. Ask about our VIP membership. We would like to thank you for your business. Call us at 205-921-2378, located at 115 Pike Trail, Hamilton, Alabama. Like us on Facebook, Splash in the Flash LLC.
told me that
Mountains out there are beautiful.
Yeah,
and the bridge.
at starting time, so we'll call our meeting to order at this time. We want to welcome all of our guests tonight, and thank you for coming. We always start our meetings with an invocation and pledge of allegiance, so I'll ask you to join me in those things at this time. Our Heavenly Father, we pause at this time to thank you for all blessings. Lord, we thank you for your goodness to us many times when we're undeserving. Lord, we always ask you to forgive us when we fail you. We ask you to be in our meeting each time and help us to conduct business as we should for our city, state, and all of our citizens. Lord, we ask you to safeguard us and guide us through this life, and at last save us. In Christ's name, amen. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Before we get into our actual meeting, I want to make a couple of comments to our public. This is an announcement to the public that Jeff Hood has been appointed to our industrial board. Jeff will be serving in the absence of Clyde Sutton, who was a member for many years, and Clyde is now retired, and Jeff stepped up to take that slot vacated by Clyde Sutton. Also, in the way of thanks, I would like to thank all the people who worked so hard to make the Jerry Brown Arts Festival a great success, including our chamber and many volunteers who came to our festival and worked so hard with transportation and directions and helping inside with coffee and refreshments. And I just want to thank all the people who were involved in the Jerry Brown Arts Festival. It was a beautiful show of people's crafts and arts, and even I came home with 4 items from down there. And I didn't go to really buy a bunch of stuff, but I just couldn't walk away without it. I got me a birdhouse too. I really like that. It's already up in my yard. And for the public interest, we would let you know that there's new signage being placed at our Hamilton Mounds, and the dedication of that will be on the 15th of March at 2 p.m. Our mounds have been added to the points of interest for the state. It's on the state map of tourism, and this will bring folks to our city to see our ancient mounds that exist on the south end of Hamilton. And I was talking to some historians that knew the history of our mounds, and they say over the years, due to erosion and other factors, we've lost a few of our mounds, but we've had 3 mounds that have survived erosion, time, and everything, and they are really nice mounds to view. So we'll have new signage going up that's being provided by the Indigenous Society for the state, and they've done those signs for us. We'll be placing them and dedicating them on the 15th of March. So any interested parties that might want to come to that can come on the 15th in the afternoon around 2 p.m. Okay, we'll get down to the business of our meeting tonight. The first matter of business is our public notice hearing, and this is pursuant to section 1-75 of the Hamilton Alcohol Beverage Ordinance. The application of Heritage Chevron Assembly Oil Properties, LLC, located at 1705 Military Street South, for retail beer, all premises only, and retail table wine off premises only sales will be considered by the city council. Any interested persons may appear at this meeting and speak either for or against this application. At this time, we open our public notice hearing for comment. Is there any comment? Being no comment, no further discussion, we'd ask for a motion to close the public hearing at this time.
I'll make that motion.
We'll need a second.
I'll second.
All in favor? Thank you very much. Item 1 of our agenda tonight is a recommendation to approve the minutes of a regular council meeting held February the 19th, 2019. We need a motion to approve those minutes.
I'll make a motion.
Wade made a motion. We need a second.
I'll second.
Tammy second. All in favor? Thank you. The second item of business would be a recommendation to approve the minutes of the meeting held on February 27th, 2019. I'm sorry. Yes, that was a special meeting. I was thinking I was repeating myself. Item 2 is another separate section of minutes that we'll be approving, and that was our special meeting for the first public hearing that we held on the afternoon of the 27th.
You need a motion?
Gene, yes.
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
Gene made the motion. Need a second for that 7 minutes.
I'll second.
Wade, second. All in favor? Thank you. All right. Now we'll need a recommendation to approve our accounts payable bills for February 2019. I think I already have a copy of those bills payable in your packet.
I'll make that motion.
Wade made a motion to pay our bills. We need a second.
I'll second.
Tammy made a second. All in favor of paying our February expenses? Thank you. Item 4 would be a recommendation to approve the application for Heritage Chevron Sibley Oil Properties, LLC. That's the application for the public hearing we just held.
I'll make that motion.
Wade made the motion. We need a second. Gene made a second. All in favor? Okay. Any opposed? Okay. Good. All right. And I believe the other 2 items that are on here have been handled. Is there any other business tonight?
I'd like to talk about this paving of the roads. We've got a lot of people that are not satisfied with the streets in Hamilton, and neither any of us, I'm sure, because we haven't done a whole lot to them over the years. And I myself, and I think the council would agree, that we need to start trying to do something about paving some of these streets. Even though we're low on money, I would like to make a recommendation that we try to get some money from somewhere to be spent only on these streets for the next 2 years. And I want to make it clear, whatever it is, if it's a half-cent tax or sales tax or whatever, at the end of those 2 years, it automatically goes off. We've had this before, and I understand in the city of Hamilton that they forgot to ever take it off. Well, I want to be sure that nobody has a gripe about putting the tax on and not taking it off. And every penny of this money must be spent strictly on paving the streets in Hamilton, by starting at the worst ones and coming up from there. And we've got a few $1,000, I don't know, $100 or $2,000 I think left in the street department, maybe 200. And we can start by using that. And then this other money after 2 years, next year, or whatever you get this year, could be spent on paving, because you can't do them all at one time. If that's what the council wants to do or whatever. But we gotta do something there for our streets. And people, you're gonna have gripes, I don't care what you do, but I don't know of any other way to do it. I mean, we're gonna have to pay for it, the people are gonna have to pay for it. And so, I'd just make a recommendation that we pass something to, get started on these streets. And it'd be for 2 years, whatever, if we make a half-cent sales tax or whatever, at the end of the 2 years, it goes away. It cannot stay on. Because we can get the worst streets paved by then. And we're gonna have some new tax money coming in by then if we get these stations built. And out on the interstate and down here, we're gonna have some new tax money coming in. We're growing, and I think we've got more tax money coming in. But we're gonna be broke when we get through doing what we've got to do right now with what little money we have. And I just like to see how the rest of the council feels about it.
Well, I think that all those statements are true statements, Gene, and well put. I'd like to refer some of this to Scott Hunt, our attorney, on, if we're talking about any kind of taxation, I'd want him to do some study on it.
Yes.
Now, we're gonna be, if the governor's plan goes through, we're gonna be receiving about $141,000 extra dollars each year, from that new taxation they're talking about statewide. I just learned
You
that
talking
from our
about
representative.
the DOT tax increase?
Mhm.
Yeah, I talked to one of the representatives today. He didn't feel real confident in that.
Yeah.
But now I think they're gonna make some last minute changes that might push it through, so I hear it both ways.
Well, that's just
Now-
something that's being taught. We've got a crisis no matter what happens with that bill. If that bill passes, we'll get a little extra money. Heavens knows, we've had streets eroding for years now, and it's not just happened during our administration. It's not gotten much better. We were able to chip and seal 11 streets the first summer, 14 this past summer, and we paved one street, Smoky Bear Road. And we partially depleted one account, almost depleted one account. We've got about $250,000 in our paving funds right now without tapping our general account. And it's coming paving season soon. We'll start warming up one of these days and we'll go back to work and we'll seal some more streets. But to really pave them costs about $50,000 or a little more per mile. So we've got about 280 inner city miles of streets. So you can count up how much it would take to put asphalt on those streets. So it's gonna take a good deal of money to make a sign. Jim.
Right, I know that.
And
I know that. It's good. It's
I
going,
told
we've
you-
got to do it. We've got behind.
I told our representative, based on this 141,000, in about 300 years, we can pave all of our streets with that extra money we're gonna get. So it's not really funny, but it's kind of, if you count on that money only, it'll be a long time coming. What do you think, Scott? Is any of this relative, or do you think there's anything doable?
I think it's a problem that pretty much everyone's having. It's funding for streets. The cost has went up so dramatically in the last 15 years. In fact, it's tripled since the last time the state had a gas tax. So funding for roads is very difficult, and cities and counties across the state are having this, across the country, as a matter of fact, this issue with, basic maintenance on roads, and not just even paving them, just pothole maintenance. But there's got to be funds elsewhere. And what the governor has proposed would definitely help some of the counties and some of the cities, but it's more of a Band-Aid help than anything else. And like Mr. Speaker mentioned there, whether or not it passes is a totally different question. And so the burden's coming down on cities and counties to come up with their own revenues to fix the problem.
They don't have any matching funds, do they? The state
Right.
used to, they had the
It's difficult. I know we've had a few cities in the county that went down, and mayors went down to try to get some monies for paving, but they're very hesitant about helping out with paving right now. And unless it can be geared towards a certain industrial project or something along those lines, but just normal street maintenance, it's hard to find funds for those unless we come up with it ourselves.
I don't see how we can just keep on and on here in Hamilton going with the streets the way they are. We're gonna have to come up with some money. If it's tax, people are gonna raise Cain about it, but they're gonna raise a lot more Cain about it driving on these streets and bursting tires and things and tearing their cars up. Because you know we got some bad ones. I mean some bad streets. And
I think the subject is well taken. I'd like to bring this to a work session where we could maybe have some people from the ALDOT to come to our meeting and talk to us about area problems and how much input they would give us on advice and where their money comes from, and see if we could maybe bring it more clear as to how we raise this money, Gene. I'd like to bring it to a work session on a Wednesday afternoon where we can have it as our main item for full discussion. If y'all will give me permission, I'll get that together.
I think it'd be a good idea to do that. I just know,
I'll be interested in hearing.
I know we've got to do something, and we can't sit around and keep on with roads deteriorating, and the people that's doing most of the griping will be the ones probably doing the most griping about borrowing money to do it with. But we're elected to do it, so I'm willing to stick.
At 3:30 today, I was out driving, looking at some potholes and some areas that need patching, and I've been visiting with Mike Johnson every week, and sometimes every 2 or 3 days, about more reported problems. And the rain, if you put something in a wet hole, the first 2 or 3 wheels that run over it throw it right back out. Nothing bonds to dirt or pavement when it's wet. You can't do it with water in the bottom of the hole. So we've been facing kind of a weather crisis lately on trying to even patch potholes. And so, but we're well aware of the problem, and believe me, that's what I was out doing this afternoon, is seeing as soon as it dries up enough to work where we can start, and we're looking at some of the worst places in Hamilton to start working on our potholes. But paving is what we're interested in. I'd like to have a whole session on that, Gene, where we can discuss it fully.
Is there a reason that they did not stripe Smoky Bear after they paved it? At least on the outside edges?
That's a good question. We had to get a striped truck to come and do the road up here on Grand View, and going over to the elementary school, we had those 2 roads striped, but we had to call a striping truck in to do that.
So the striping wasn't in with the paving project, that's separate?
It wasn't in the contract. They were just hired to pave it. Striping is nice, and it keeps people on their side of the road for the most part. But we have to get a striping truck to come in here and do the work.
What's the latest word on our bridge over?
It's finished, but we can't take it over till the contractor, he's been waiting on his grass to get up a little bit, and he's sowed, and they're finished. It's been inspected already. I've got the inspection signed off, and we're waiting for Mr. Riley, the bridge builder, to turn it over to us. Do you know anything different on that, Scott?
No, so that's what I know.
I met with the inspector last week, and they said, I've inspected it, it's finished. He said it's a good bridge. There was some things he had them to go back and do, and he told me one other thing that he might want, if it was him, he'd want to do it. He'd want to take a truck loaded with water, like our fire truck, and back down their new paving and see if that paving has any soft places, if it moves. And he said, you want to be sure that they've got good compaction, in my opinion. So I don't know if we've done that. That would be a test that we'd do ourselves, and we'd have to take the police and one of our heavy trucks over there and see if that pavement is well compacted that they put on there. He said, if it's not, you'll soon have one of these when you go on the ridge where it goes down. I went over and looked at it when they just had the base down. It looked good, but it's just my eyes looking at it. It looked like it'd been well packed, but I don't know.
I look at it 2 or 3 times a day.
Yeah, yeah. But it's finished. The state won't let us open it until the contractor's satisfied. I think we have a good contractor on that bridge. We do. Anything else tonight? If not, we'll need a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that one.
Herb made a motion, we need a second.
I'll second.
Second, all in favor? Thank you very much.